Hey guys, been a few months since I last did a video, but I've accumulated quite a, you know, many DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks. So let's get started. So my Criterion flash sale that took place in March. I got The Funeral. This one looked kind of interesting. The artwork. This is great on the cover, right? Tampopo. This is from the same director as The Funeral, Juzo Atami. I saw this one. I watched it on HBO Max, or Max, whatever you call it, a few months back. I didn't know this had a Criterion release, but then I was like, oh, okay. Well, it's a movie I would watch again. It's I probably would notice some things, and I didn't notice in my first viewing, but it's very good. I recommend it. Woman in the Dunes. Now, this is one I've heard of, and I do like old Japanese movies. So this seemed like one that I would enjoy. Oh, yeah. What? Oh, Indicator. Or Powerhouse Films. I guess it doesn't matter. Either way. The Nude Vampire, Jean Roland. This one is very strange, very bizarre. I liked it, though. Overall, when I watched for 1970, this is what it looks like. It's a slim case, which I don't mind that. I didn't know that when I bought it, but hey, it's fine with me. And I want to say about this cover artwork, it reminds me of the Grateful Dead. A lot of their artwork, so it has a sort of psychedelic kind of look to it. Maybe that's not the right word, but you know what I mean. I'm not a fan of their music. My mom is. So I've seen some of their artwork and I'm like, yeah, it does kind of have that look to it. So, which is fitting for a Jean Roland film, I think. So, especially from the 70s, Another Jean Roland. The Demoniacs. This one seemed kind of interesting. Another 4K, right? Devilish Virgins. I'm curious about this one. Radiant Films. Two of these, I've seen both of these before, but anyway. Death Occurred Last Night. Polizio Teshki, I believe that's how you say it. Kind of film. I watched it with a Canopy a while ago, and when I watched it, the subtitles didn't always match up with what was being said. And I've seen that happen on Canopy before. So it doesn't happen that often, but it does happen. It's when you're watching a foreign film, it is kind of, makes it all the more. It wasn't that difficult to keep up with, but it's just I want to have one. I wanted to be able to watch it again, and not have that happen. So, and The Rapacious Jailbreaker. I watched this a few months ago and then rewatched it. Say what, January or February? Well, not long after I got the disc, because I wanted to watch it again. I originally, this is my Plex server. Well, yeah. So this one's pretty good. The second time I watched it, I noticed I was much more attentive to the camaraderie between the prisoners, and you don't really have that with the cops. So I think that was a cool detail that I noticed the second time around. Well, not a cool, I like that detail. Maybe that's a better way to say it. But anyway, I appreciated it. I appreciated it much more. There you go. Don't want to show my. Oh, Kino Lorber. Yeah, I'll do eBay. Get a DVD. Relative Fear. One for $94 that I've wanted to watch. It's not bad. This kid is a mix up with two kids, and one of them is suspected of being, murderers in his blood, right? Yeah, I liked it. I think Denise Crosby's in this one. Yes, and Emmett Walsh, James Brolin. I think I'm saying his name right. It is a good cast, so one to check out here. Especially if you like, it kind of has a Killer Kid kind of feel to it. So, reminiscent of those movies, right? The Enchanting Ghost, 88 Films, another 1971 I haven't checked out yet. It's Hong Kong. I heard this one wasn't that great, but I wanted to see for myself anyway. So, Yeah, I think this one's out of print too. I don't know if it's getting another printing later on down the road. Hard to say. Queens of Evil. Another from 1970. Ray Lovelock. I like this one. You know, it's very atmospheric. It kind of has a nightmarish quality to it. That, yeah, Armando Macabro used, but hey, works for me, right? Yeah, I'll do this one first. Without Warning. I enjoyed this one. You know, Jack Palance, Martin Landau. There's an alien, right? As you can tell by the cover. Reminiscent of Predator, right? Which I guess it predates Predator, but, you know. So it has a similar in a lot of in some ways, but, you know, it's pretty good. I enjoyed it. I like the alien, and yeah. So yeah, want to check out if you haven't seen it. Probably the only big budget film I have in this. The Wolverine. I mean, hey, I wanted to watch it. I like Wolverine. I thought it was pretty good. You know, I haven't seen I'm mostly interested in the not so much the recent Marvel movies, but ones from 2000s, 2010s. I think. You know. Yeah, those are interesting. I'd say I sort of a nostalgia for them too, so that's I think it's part of why I enjoy them. But still, pretty good. Like I said, I haven't read the Chris Claremont and Frank Miller story, but I do plan on doing it at some point because that's where this takes inspiration from. And I haven't seen Logan yet, but I do want to check that out at some point. So that's the sequel. Okay. This is Sloppy Second Sales, Space Amoeba. I have it on my hard drive, but I felt like getting it. I thought, yeah, I'll get a copy of it. You know, it's a BDR, I believe. Yeah, but you know, it's good. Shiro Honda. So if you've seen Godzilla movies, you'll know who he is, right? From the 60s. I don't remember what the name of that era is. I have the set right there. Not Showa era. Yeah. Showa era Godzilla. That's right. Yeah. Fun stuff. Should I do my eBay orders? Yeah, here's another one I forgot. Speaking of eBay. Which board? This one came in, what? I think it was the other day. Yeah. Which board I wanted to upgrade for my DVD. This could very well get a 4K, but still. One I had put off buying. One I put off upgrading, so I figured why not. It's a good one. I've always liked it. Yeah. I haven't seen too many horror films that involve a Ouija board. And I haven't seen too many that do it well. Now, I guess Allison's Birthday, that's the other one that I've seen that, in the beginning of the movie anyway. But this one's pretty good, and when I was like, you know what, I should just upgrade it and it wasn't that expensive either. So there you go. Should I do my? I guess I could do my. I think these were from Ronin Flicks. You know what? I'm going back to Radiance because I got this one for my birthday, back in April. Dei Gothic. This is their Volume 2 box set of the Dei. I have the first one, and this, yeah, I got it. It's used. It doesn't have the J card or whatever you call it, but still, happy to have this. See, there's a booklet and Demon of Mount O. I don't know if I'm saying that right. These all look pretty interesting. The artwork on these is cool. I like it. Haunted Castle, and this one I didn't really plan for 1970, but I'm gonna watch it anyway. Ghost of Hasane Swap, I think that's how you say it. Yeah. So these all look pretty good. I think I'll enjoy them. Maybe I'll watch one. I might check out one of these soon. I mean, I think they're all about 90 minutes in length. So yeah. Not that I have problem with watching a movie that's 2 hours long, but that, you know, I kind of have to plan for them. I have to set aside time for them. It's easier for me to set aside time for movies that are shorter, you know. But anyway, Kino Lorber, they had a sale back in, I don't remember when they had it. So, but anyway, 2 Days in the Valley. This looked like it had a good cast. So I thought, oh, I'll get it. I think it's sort of a crime type movie. So, one I haven't seen in quite a while. Shadow's Land, Charles Bronson, Western, you know. But yeah, I want to check it out again. And this one was going out of print anyway, so. Comedy of Terrors. Vincent Price. You got Peter Lorre in this one. Boris Karloff. Another one I wanted to check out again. I'd seen it in a few years, so. So when I did watch, I watched half of these. So, Fear No Evil and Ritual of Evil. I thought Fear No Evil was a better movie, but I think both are checking out. You know, especially if you like made-for-TV horror. I'm sure you'll enjoy these. So, yeah. Another one with evil in the title, Force of Evil. Pretty good noir. It's like, you know what? Yeah, John Garfield. Worth checking out. The way it involves corruption and you know, the guy's brother, John Garfield, was him and his brother. They have like they differ in terms of, you know, the mob and what does it say here? Cynicism of soul. Yeah, Policy Bank. Yeah, in terms of his brother's small-time policy bank, and then they differ just in that regard. Yeah, so there's some conflict, right? And then Scars of Dracula, one I hadn't seen in years. I wanted to check it out again. Yeah, Christopher Lee. You know, maybe not one of the better Hammer Dracula ones, but still, you know, I wanted to watch it again. And I liked it. I would say I liked it more this time around than when I, you know, rewatched it than I did when I first. But, you know, Christopher Lee, fun stuff, right? My Vinegar Syndrome I'm saving for the last because that is the biggest haul. That is the most discs in it. I'll do I think these were from Ronin Flicks. They had a Severin sale. That's the Psychotic Women box set. This one I'd been wanting for a while. And I've so far, well, Identikit I haven't watched yet. Heard good things about this one. I like Bats, which I did enjoy it. You know, sort of has a Jean Roland feel to it. Footprints on the Moon. Giallo, very bizarre, very out there. But still good stuff. Klaus? He's in it. Klaus Kinski's in it. That name I'm always not sure how to pronounce. But anyway. The Other Side of the Underneath. I don't know if I should whether cover that up, but yeah, who cares, right? Yeah, this one looks interesting as well. So yeah. Happy to have this. I think there's a volume 2, which, you know, I'll probably get later on. Make sure I'm just putting them in order, you know, how they are on the side. I guess I don't have to, but all right, then I won't. Yeah, I like Severin. Their box sets they're really sturdy. You know, they're not flimsy, which I appreciate that. Then I got Santa Sangre, 4K, one that I haven't checked out yet, but one I've been curious about for a while. Jodorowsky, right? So that looks pretty trippy, right? And I'm sure I'll enjoy it. Makeflix. Ozone, shot on video. You know, I liked it, and when I'd been, well, for 94, when I'd been meaning to check out. I think there are a few more horror films from '94 that I'm just about done with that year, seems so. And I still have to get through 1970, but I'm taking my time with that one, you know. And Polymorph, another shot on video film, James L. Edwards. I see he's in both these movies, so yeah. Are these both J.R. Bookwalter directed? I think he did both of these. Yeah, he did both of these too. So yeah, this one has sort of a body swapping type deal going on. Much, you know. But you know, check both these out, especially if you're in the shot on video. I'm sure you'll like these. So you know, these were from Orbit DVD. I wanted to try them out. You know, so Matrice, very S&M, right? Very kinky, but I liked it. Found it engaging, and that sounds like your kind of thing. I'm sure you'll like it too. It's a dual disc. I think it's Blu-ray and DVD, but yeah. Oh, I think okay, it's in there. Scream and Scream Again, another one from 1970. Vincent Price, Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee. Seen this one before. It's been a few years, but I figured I want to check it out again. So, yeah. This poster, I've always remembered it. You know, you can't really forget it, right? Vinegar Syndrome. I'll do the 420 sale. I'll do that first. I did buy a few things. Alien Private Eye, you know, fun sci-fi movie, sort of as a noir. Very noir, right? You know, I liked it. Maybe I didn't love it, but hey, that's all right, right? Fuck the Devil and Fuck the Devil 2, Return of the Fucker. I don't really use profanity, but hey, German shot on video short films from that's what they are from my understanding. They look wild. I think they have the very well, yeah, Evil Dead 2, right? And I have that. You probably see that there behind me, right? So there's a very Evil Dead influence from what I understand. So yeah. Liquid Sky. When I sort of just passed up before, I figured, you know what? I'll get a copy of it. Try it out. Thought it looked pretty wild, so yeah. Suro, Alien Hitchhiker. This is a shot on video movie. Thought, I haven't seen too many shot on video movies that are strictly sci-fi, so you know. See how that goes, right? And then this is from the halfway to Black Friday sale. This is, like I said, my Vinegar Syndrome is what I bought the most of. Right, this is my biggest stack, right? My biggest pile. Berserker. You know, I think this was going out of print, so I thought, I'll check it out. Falcon Lake. This is a partner label. I think it's Yellow Veil Pictures. This one I heard about on the Gentleman's Guide to Midnight Cinema podcast. They talked about it, so I thought, I want to check it out. You know, Jacker, or this is not in the right order. Now it is. Damselvis, Daughters of Elvis. 94, right? Another shot on video film from that year. So, yeah. Short too, only 64 minutes. A lot of the shot on video films are, you know, have a short run time. Speaking of shot on video, Jacker and Jacker 2. Jacker 2, Descent to Hell, right? Yeah. Sure, I'll enjoy these. Marley's Revenge, the monster movie. Don't know much about this one, but I'm curious. I would say I'm curious about. Yeah, I'm curious about it, right? Or I've been curious about it, so. The Midnight Swim. Now, I did watch this one already on the Roku channel. I think it was while this was like when I ordered this, but I had movies in a randomizer, and this was one of them that came up, so I ended up watching it. I mean, I would have watched, even if I didn't, I would have watched it off of on the disc, but it has some features on it. So those do interest me. And this is a movie I would watch again because I feel like I would notice stuff that I didn't notice before. So another Yellow Veil release. So yeah. I got Nuts. I bought this because of the title. I can't deny that. Because I was looking through their partner labels. It's like there was some stuff there were some movies that interested me. And I believe this was a documentary. The true story of John Romulus Brinkley, a Kansas doctor in 1917, discovered that he could cure impotence by transferring goat testicles into men. So there you go. Well, I guess that's why it's called Nuts, right? Rats. This is a comedy, dark comedy. I enjoyed it. Very bizarre, very strange. I'm surprised that I found that it had a Thursday song, Cross Out the Eyes, on the soundtrack. I'm a fan of theirs, so yeah. I wonder if they're aware of that. Hopefully. That's the yep. Usually I'll flip this over so that I don't have the same image. Secta Sinistra. This is also known as Bloody Sect. Spanish horror. I liked it. Yeah, I'm very Rosemary's Baby influenced. Yeah, very bizarre, but if you like Spanish horror, because I haven't seen that many from the 80s, so I was like, you know what, I'll try this one out. Through the Fire. This one looked like fun. Action film. I believe it's an action movie. It's the back. There you go. Yeah. Some things never rest in peace. Did I show that already? I don't know. But Without Name. One I've been meaning to see for a while. One I've been putting off. So also a Yellow Veil release. Maybe be kind of dark there, but yeah. 2016. I don't know. Okay, so I thought the guy who directed this was involved in, and there's movies that I had seen, but I don't think so. Who Killed Teddy Bear? Cinematograph? I don't know how you say that, but one I've known about for a while. I heard it's very sort of pushes some boundaries, from what I understand, or push boundaries. Yeah. And then I got the Homegrown Horrors Volume 3 box set. This has, let's see what's in here. Deadly Love, which that sounds familiar. I think it's because the director had directed some other stuff that I've seen. I don't remember which movie specifically, but Michael or Moonstalker. Yeah, he did that after he made this one. Haunted Ween. You can resist the title like that, right? I'm gonna put these back, and then I'll get the other, show off the other one. And Revenge. This is a generic title, yes, but it's a sequel to Blood Cult. John Carradine's in this one, if I'm not mistaken. I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it before. John Carradine, Patrick Wayne. Yeah. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed putting it together for you. And this will be up, well, the usual time, sometime tonight. I know this isn't live, but anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully my next update there, I don't go, 5 months between this and the next one. But other than that, that's it.